Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and well, finally I'm finally managing getting down to what you everyone's been begging me for. Finally, time to do my top best and worst movies of 2023. I know. Like I said, I've been I just had a lot on my plate lately. I decided to do some other videos I had to do. I know I had to take a little bit longer to finally do these. I know people have been asking me. I know, but I just had to have a little patience. So I said I was gonna get to them, and I will, and I am right now. So, but anyway, first I'll start with the best. First, I always said get the bad out of the way, and then end on the good stuff. So, okay, so now let's getting to the worst of 2023. Now I just don't worry. When I had when I had the list, I just didn't know where to start because there was more movies that I hated in 1 year than probably the past how many years now, because 2023 has been such a shit year. Even though there was some films I did like though, but there were more movies that I hated last year, 2023, than movies I liked. So yeah, 2023 was such a shit year, and let alone one of the worst years I've seen. So yeah, I mean, so yeah, this is I gotta say this is the top third. I had to stop at 13, and well, wow, 13, unlucky number, right? Unlucky number 13. So there was a lot of films. So before I get to the top 13 list, well, I gotta do some dishonorable mentions first. The first one, which I won't get into I won't get into details on the mentions, so I won't get into details on most of these, so because I don't want to make this an hour project, so. But for the first of the dishonorable mentions, first off, Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. It's just yeah, you bring in the Beast Warriors, and all that. Okay, it's fine, but the thing is though, it's it's just the same. It's just pretty. I would say it's where yeah, different premise and all that stuff, but overall, it's pretty much to me, it's the same Transformers movie we've seen over and over again. Overblown CGI action, and one more, because even though for some reason with the use of Unicron, how does it make sense? How does it play? And because this is a prequel, it takes place in the '90s, because we know, because the twin towers are still in there in New York, right? So the prequel takes place in the '90s. But the thing is, the whole thing with Unicron, I mean, if it's a prequel, how does he fit when he's connecting in Transformers the Last Night? I mean, for all Unicron was like buried in the planet, but yet he was in space. I don't know, and the characters I just didn't think it were just bland and boring characters, I mean, the lead guy can use the one robot that Pete Davidson voices. He can become like he can use his body like an Iron Man suit. I'm like, when did the Transformers start using that? When prequels, they don't take. Yeah, but if they're supposed to be before the first Transformers, why can't the other ones, Autobots, use that for other people's suits, like for Shia LaBeouf's character or Mark Wahlberg's character, right? Anyway, I don't want to get full to it. To me, it's the same in every Transformers film. So, Rise of the Beast, just another boring Transformers movie. Another one, Fast X. I completely forgot this came out in 2023. Honestly, I mean, Fast X. I mean, this is once again this is another franchise that has overstayed its welcome. Definitely overstayed its welcome. That needs to stop right now. Like many other franchises, they need to stop. But no, they want to make this into 2 more movies. Another trilogy, another Fast X trilogy. I'm like, Jesus fucking criminy, man. I mean, what can they do with the Fast franchise? I mean, the other one, they went into space. I mean, they went to all these different countries. How many more countries that we have not seen for them to go to? What, China next, or Japan? Well, no, Tokyo Drift is Japan. They already did that. What else? Hungary, Spain. what are the countries they have not been to, or what are the cities, in the states that they have not been to. So, and this is and I'm sick and tired of these characters. Oh, some of these characters you thought were dead, but they came back because you can't kill characters because they're part of the family. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Gal Gadot comes back, even though she clearly died when she fell off a freaking airplane in Fast 6. You know, before I saw she fell off head first off the plane, and yeah, she's perfectly fine, no scars or anything on her face. I mean, when you get thrown off a plane, you land on the pavement very hard, that speed, you're dead. You know, okay? Bullshit. She comes back. Can't let none of these characters die at all. Like you thought Sun Kane was dead. No, they brought him back in one of the other ones, Fast 9, whatever. You know. Oh, John Cena in this movie. Oh, you think he's dead? If they're doing that, he's gonna come back. Okay. If they bring all these dead characters back, they're supposedly dead characters. John Cena's gonna come back. Okay. I'm just tired of this whole bullshit. Oh, they think they're dead, but they need to come back. You know. And Jason Momoa, Mamma Mia, you know, I'm not a fan of him at all. Neither is Aquaman. And here he's just being his interpretation of a Fast and Furious version of a Joker. Show how crazy he is. Yeah, he's painting dead bodies' toenails. Oh, he's wherever he was that painting his own. Yeah, he's crazy. He's like his own fast version of the Joker. Over top blown actions, yeah. This franchise is getting too much for me. Yeah, and they want to make another trilogy of this. Great. Like I said, this franchise has overstayed its welcome. It needs to freaking stop. Other ones, Hypnotic. It just shows what happened to Robert Rodriguez, you know, because back then when Robert Rodriguez was good, you know, what I love From Dusk Till Dawn. I love me and my brother enjoy The Faculty, you know. Desperado, enjoy Once Upon a Time in Mexico. I enjoy the Grindhouse. I love the Grindhouse movie of Planet Terror. The last good one he's done. That how long ago was that? I'm not a fan. I am not a fan of his Spy Kids movie. I'm not, and I don't care about his what was it called? Shorts about this wishing rock, you know. Or his Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I hate that movie. Some of the most cringe-inducing CGI I've seen since freaking Rock CGI and Mummy Returns. Such cringe-inducing CGI. You know, I don't know what happened to Robert Rodriguez. You know, I mean, I'm not a fan of Alita Battle Angel. I'm pretty much not. I'm not. But this with Ben Affleck, you know, I mean, the whole plot. This is one of Ben Affleck's worst performers. Sad to say, you know. So if I do a review, I'll get more details, but I don't want to carry on too much. So, what happened to Robert Rodriguez? You know, it's just Hypnotic. Another one is a comedy called You People. It has starred Eddie Murphy and Jonah Hill. It's kind of like a different version of what was it called? You Again. It was like that. It was like that one comedy film that starred Ashton Kutcher and Bernie Mac. It kind of reminding me of like that. It was reminding me of that, like that comedy. I think it was. Was it called You Again? I think it was, or no, it wasn't called. No, it wasn't called that. It was that comic with Bernie Mac and Ashton Kutcher. I forgot. You Again was referring to the one with Jamie Lee Curtis, and it was called with Sigourney Weaver. You Again. I forgot the title of that film, but I know what movie it was though. Just if you look at the movie with Bernie Mac and Ashton Kutcher, you know what it was. It was playing off of like that type of comedy. Eddie Murphy, you know, he hasn't done anything good in God knows how long. You know, it's sad to say. And yes, I do know about Beverly Hills Cop 4. I know about that. Okay, I do know about that movie. So it also sucks. Also, the David Duchovny is in it as well. He plays Jonah Hill's father. You know, just Fox Mulder from the X-Files. I know before then of course his role in Beethoven and Evolution he was in. I enjoyed that. This film, bottom line, it was just another Eddie Murphy comedy that was just not funny. It wasn't. So that's pretty much. Oh, and the last, which I thought I would put this as on my list, but the thing is, my list is so far up. You know, I can't make this like an all project. So I already ran to this at the start of this year. This is an I thought I said I thought I was gonna put it on my top worst though, but I'll just put it as a dishonorable mention. And people are just probably gonna get get shit for it. But hey, Megan, you know, Megan with the whole artificial, in which pretty much they pretty much ripped off from the Child's Play 2019 remake. You know, a doll AI gone wrong, right? The only thing that Chucky and that remake didn't do was the whole freaking twirling, the thing that was so popular on TikTok and Twitter, or whatever. You know, the whole Megan twirling dancing. You know, I mean that was a popular trend, but then that just lasted for like about a week, and now since people don't talk about that anymore, it's like, you know, it's like in the heat of the moment now it's just not popular anymore. But I know it's gonna get a sequel because it made money, especially when it came out in January. You know, Night Swim tried to do the same thing though, because they're both films produced by Blumhouse and produced by James Wan. Sad to say, you know, and I like James Wan. So also he's producing, I'm not a fan of, but when he directs, besides the Aquaman movies, I mean, I enjoy the Conjuring the first two ones he directed. First Saw, Malignant to me is his best film. I love Malignant, but I don't care for Megan. The lead girl who I liked in Get Out, but you know, it's plus two similar plot lines. A child who's lonely, needs a friend, befriends a doll. The doll kind of gets protective of the kid, you know, like with Andy Barclay in the 2019 remake. Tries to try to protect the kid by killing people, you know. But yeah, I just Megan, I'm not a fan of it. I already ranted on that a while ago, last year. So those are the dishonorable mentions. Now we have to get into the my top 13. Okay, this is gonna be. I just hope it's trying to. I don't want to rush though, but I don't want to make this an over an hour long project though. Because I already viewed some of these movies, so I don't have to get too much detail into these. So yeah, this one I ranted on, which Burke is a bullshit on this. So number 13. So sorry right now, my official list, top 13 worst. Number 13 is a lot of people liked, it's the highest grossing film of 2013. 2023. The biggest film of that year, Barbie. Now, like I said before, Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling, their acting wise, they were fine, okay? I don't hate on the performances, but to me, first of all, as a comedy, it wasn't funny. Second off, to me, it was a PC political movie, just Barbie's name stamped on it right there, you know. The whole thing about patriarchy and feminism and so the women are stupid and all that, and just this is another about a political movie with Barbie's name on it. Barbie shouldn't be part of a PC thing, okay? It's just toy dolls you play with. And but I think I did give. I forgot to mention this. Did I mention this in my review? I forget though. But I do give credit to the production design trying to build this Barbie world. I do give credit to the production design of it. But all the cast members, freaking John Cena, once again, freaking John Cena, goddamn, you know, he's a Ken version as a mermaid. I'm like, goddamn, I'm getting so sick and tired of John Cena being freaking everywhere. And the guy Simu Liu who plays Shang-Chi, another Ken, Not a fan of him, especially some of the bullshit things he said at the time when Shang-Chi came out. I'm not a fan of that Marvel film either. Will Ferrell, who's the head of Mattel. You know, it's funny, when they go into the real world, people don't act like human beings in the real world, you know? It's the real world, people are supposed to be acting like real people, but they don't. Especially with Will Ferrell and his team of people, his executives, whatever. Oh, they're chasing after Barbie, but yet they're running like freaking cartoon characters and making stupid things like they are in a cartoon, you know? I'm like, this is the real people in the real world, and they don't act like human beings. And plus, I'm not really big on Will Ferrell either, though, you know? Oh, there's the thing that blocks him. How is he to get around it? Oh, where's the pass card? And the whole thing with Barbie trying to figure out, about the kid and, well, the daughter, which is actually the mother is played by America Ferrera, which I like when she voiced Astrid from the How to Train Your Dragon series, the whole franchise there. Of course, America Ferrera, another thing, she's Ugly Betty as well. I mean, her acting was not that bad either, though, because I like her when she voiced Astrid from the How to Train Your Dragon series. But all the whole time is the whole thing with Ken trying to discover patriarchy and making things, try to make the men more dominant, try to change the Barbie land to Ken land or whatever it was, Try to be their own person, not just be second fiddle to Barbie, basically. Yeah, I mean, Margot Robbie just, she was fine as Barbie, alright? Her acting was not that bad as Barbie, Oh, and by the way, speaking of, I know there's this trending thing that's going on right now that for the Oscars, that Barbie got nominated for quite a few Oscars. I think, 7 or 8? I forget, though. But, the director, Greta Gerwig, she didn't get nominated for Best Director. And people are just exploding over that. Boo frickin' who, okay? Why? Because she's a woman, she deserves to get... Okay. Hey, there was another film that she made that didn't get nominated, that got Oscar nominations, but she didn't get director either. She didn't get nominated for Best Director either. Why? Because it's a Barbie movie, and if that's the case, if she didn't get nominated, then if people wanted her to get nominated, then Patty Jenkins should have got nominated for Wonder Woman, right? What? Because she's a female director? No, it's not the case. Wonder Woman, to me, personally, sucked, okay? Yeah, that film got a lot of praise, but it didn't get no Oscar nominations. And that was from a female director. Oh, but it comes to Barbie, people are just like, some people are just losing their heads. Oh, she didn't get nominated for Best Director. Or even Margot Robbie, she didn't get nominated. She didn't get nominated for an Oscar either, but Ryan Gosling did. I don't think Ryan Gosling's performance as Ken was not Oscar worthy. I don't get this. That's why I'm so sick of the freaking Oscars, okay? I did stop giving a shit about the Oscars a long time ago, because how politically correct, how with a piece they put into the show. It's a award show, not a political show, okay? You go up there, you get your award, you give a speech, well, how hardworking you think the people you worked with, and other family members if you want to, what a great experience what the movie was. That's all you do. You don't give a time to throw in your PC bullshit in there. That's why people don't watch the Oscars for, because they're tired of. That's why their ratings have gone down the shitter, because they don't want to watch an award show about no political bullshit in it. And plus, Jimmy Kimmel's hosting it. I'm not a fan of that stupid hat either. Fuck Jimmy Kimmel. As I don't want to go into. Okay, I'm going more on this. Barbie is 13. All right, I already ranted on it. You can check my review on it. Number 12, Exorcist Believer. To me, the only good one is the third film. I mean, like I said before, I'm not particularly a fan of the first Exorcist, though. But like I said, at the same time, I respect it for what it did, because just like Night of the Living Dead, like I said before, I respect the film for what it did, right? Because we wouldn't get some of the films we wouldn't have to because of those type of movies, right? So even though I'm not a fan of the first original Exorcist, but I do respect it, though. Because one of the positives say I did like Max von Sydow as Father Merrin, and he was one of the positives I liked about it. But yeah, Exorcist believer. Oh, because instead of one girl possessed, it's two girls that's possessed. Big deal. Big deal. And you bring in Ellen Burstyn in, you know. Even though she did, even though they did give her stupid things to do, you know. And they throw this whole thing. Oh, because what was a bullshit thing they said? Because she wasn't allowed to be in the room in the first movie when they were performing on Reagan, right? They said some bullshit that I was not allowed in there because I wasn't part of the what was the group that she said? It had to be some kind of political bullcrap. I was not part. No, but it's not because of that. Because they didn't let you in there the first time because you had no experience dealing with, you know, the paranormal or ghosts or evil spirits about that. You know, that's why they didn't let you in there, because you have no experience on that. Here, you try to do the same thing with the one girl. You try talking to it. That's all you did, but then you ended up getting your eyes gouged out. That's what you get for your freaking stupidity. She should have died if we forget her Oscar, but no. She lost her eyes because of her freaking stupidity. So that original character is an idiot in this movie. And it's another typical bland possession film like I've seen dozens of times, you know. Oh, you bring in Linda Blair's cameo at the end. So what? And David Gordon Green, just stay away from freaking horror movies, please. Because, you know, you can't direct horror films worth of shit. I hate your Halloween trilogy. I hate it. This film is another further exception. And plus, it didn't make the money that people thought it would be after spending all that money to give the rights to Universal and Blumhouse, right? Yeah, well, granted, it did make money more than its budget, yes, granted, but it wasn't that huge that people thought it would be. So that's why it's considered a disappointment. And yes, the sequel now, thank God David Gordon Green left. Thank God, because you can't direct, like I said, you can't direct horror for shit. So I'm glad he's no longer part of the sequel. But it doesn't make the film any better. They should not make any more, period, you know? No more, like I said, with all these franchises, stop making more, period. But no. Like I said, this is another one I ranted on. I ranted a lot of some of this, whenever it comes to these horror films, I ranted on during Halloween month back in October. And wherever I ranted on, you can check it out. So Exorcist Believer, Exorcist, Believer, yeah. I want to believe this film does not exist. It's bullshit. I believe this film is bullshit. It's just like that shitty X-Files title, that shitty X-Files movie, you know, I want to believe. Remind me of that. Yeah, I want to believe these movies don't exist. Number 12, that's number 11. Number 11, Five Nights at Freddy's. This is a film why it makes me appreciate Willy's Wonderland more. People think, oh, this is better than Willy's Wonderland. I don't get it. Yes, Willy's Wonderland is like a Five Nights at Freddy's knockoff, though. But the thing is, though, I had more fun with the movie. I enjoyed Nicolas Cage's character. He's kind of like the man with no name, but and he never says a single word in the whole movie. Kind of made it a little bit different, you know. And him just kicking the robots' ass, it made it all satisfying, you know. And I like some of the songs that was in there, you know. Yeah, some of the supporting characters are not much to wrong home about, though. But it's Nicolas Cage's movie and the robots movie, not the teeny boppers. You know, I like the song Willy's Wonderland when Nicolas Cage is playing pinball, right? I had more fun in that movie. Here, to me, it doesn't follow much of the game at all. You know, except for the whole premise of it. I mean, Josh Hutcherson, he's doing the best he can, right? But most of the movie is about a goddamn custody battle of his little sister being taken away from him. That's what most of it is about, and that shitty aunt trying to take her away from him. And the whole time, and once again, that's the other thing. It's tame PG-13 as well, so you don't get much for gory kills. I mean, one that should have been gory, where no, it's just cut away to a shadow on a wall where I think it was Freddy, the bear with Freddy. eats a woman in half though. But the thing is though, it cut to a shadow, so it's not it doesn't show it physically. It's just shown from a shadow, so that's teen PG-13. Although the thing is though, how does that thing stretch up to eat the whole half the whole body whole? I don't get it. And the kills are not much because, like I said, it's PG-13. And the whole thing of the girl and Josh Hutcherson and the girl, the cop, they're just they're all in the robots. They're all just playing together, building a freaking fort and lying together next to each other in a circle. Yeah, this is the Five Nights at Freddy's of the video games we the people grew up playing with, right? I mean, yeah, I know I've seen people play the games. I haven't played it myself. I've seen people play the game, so I got most of the gist of the game is, right? If why I say there's nothing, it doesn't involve building forts and laying down in a circle or custody battles, And in Matthew Lillard, I like Matthew Lillard. I love him as Shaggy, I mean, I saw it was predictable as well because you see Matthew Lillard for only one scene in the beginning, and you gotta bring Matthew Lillard back. You can just have him for one scene. So, and of course, I forgot to mention how Josh Hutcherson keeps having the same dream like 10 times in the movie. I get the whole thing, what's going on, about what happened to his little brother, Can't have the freaking same dreams over and over again. I get the whole gist of it. Keep playing it over and over again. And by the way, if they needed security, why couldn't they have it at daytime? Because it's because in the games, it's open during the day. People are in there during the day. Why can't I have security there or not? Why it's just at night, So because during the daytime, those people in there, they go in, they break shit up, Jeez. But hey, what do I know? The film made a lot of money, had a big opening weekend, it made a lot of money, I know for sure it's going to get sequels, okay? But the thing is that this film did not follow the game at all. I mean, it didn't, for what I see. But what do I know? Like I said, the film made a lot of money. It made close to 300 million worldwide, close to. It was a huge hit, so I guarantee it's gonna get sequels. So that's number 11. I gotta stop there. Number 11. Number 10. Another franchise that needs to stay dead now. Another one, like as I mentioned before, Scream 6. What more can you do with Ghostface? Nothing you can. Oh, it's in New York. Okay, yeah, different setting though, but so what? Scream 3, it was in Hollywood. To me, a better location. Another franchise that needs to... Like I said, it doesn't matter what I think, because this film made money, The last film made money, this film made money, and they're gonna make yet another Scream movie. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. Well, they say, money talks. If it makes the big bucks, more movies. But yeah, the more movies they do, the shittier they're getting. I mean, and I know there's the next seventh one. I know that I said before that last time I talked about it that the director of Happy Death Day was going to direct it, but now he's walked off the project now. Please, even though he would not have made a difference anyway. Like I said, what more can you do with Ghostface? What more can you do with Ghostface? I didn't care about any of the characters. Courtney Cox, she should have just died because I'm glad Neve Campbell said no to this movie. I'm glad. I think that was the smartest move that she did. I'm glad she said no to this movie. Good. Don't come back for the seventh one then. Courtney Cox, she should have just died anyway. She was just useless in this movie. She was absolutely useless. I don't care about any of the rest of the characters. Hayden Panettiere comes back from Scream 4. Now she's a FBI agent, which... Jenny Ortega as one of the younger sister. Her right there. She's better off playing Wednesday from the Netflix show Wednesday. From the Addams Family. To me, she's better as Wednesday. Not in this. movies. I think she's not coming back for the next one. Good. Stay away. Any of these people should not come back. They should just stay away from these movies. Stay away from this franchise. Stop making more Scream movies. Big Deal is in New York, okay? Number 3 took place in Hollywood. It was much more of a better setting than that. And yeah, plus you got cameos from Jay and Silent Bob. That was cool, you know. And Courtney giving them the middle finger, you know. That was fun too. To me, the only good sequel was Scream 3. I'm not big on Scream 2. I hate 4, 5, and this film as well. 5, I still think is the worst because one of the things is they piss me off is they kill off David Arquette Dewey, you know, which I don't buy the one girl who can overpower him and stab him and kill him. I don't buy that shit. Scream 6 freaking sucks. It does. Stop another franchise and need to stop making. Yeah, that's what I do. Felt like do. Spit on it. Number 10. Number 9, another shitty, generic, bland movie that also needs to... I don't see how these films keep making money. I just don't see it. Especially this one. This one's the highest grossing one in this franchise. And this one I another ranted on that pissed me off. Evil Dead Rise. Just another bland, boring, typical, generic demon possession film. I don't care about the lead girl. I don't care about the lead girl or because, oh, she's pregnant. I don't care. The little girl, she wasn't that bad, although she was so freaking stupid, you know. You saw in the trailer, right? The fucked up mother, which even before she was possessed, she looked fucked up anyway. Even beforehand. But the little girl is so freaking stupid, you know. Like you saw in the trailer, her mommy's outside looking through the peephole. I want to give you a hug. Can I give you a hug? And the girl is, even though she looks all fucked up, you know, but yet the little girl is still stupid enough to believe her, to try to open the door and try to grab her. I'm like, yeah, you know, you should have grabbed you, you know. That's what you get for you deserve, stupid, you know, little girl. And the other family members, they don't. When the mom first gets possessed, walk into the kitchen throwing eggs in the pan. They're looking at her, you know, like I mean, red flags already seen though. I would have noped the hell out of there first time. Or in the beginning of the movie where the girl got freaking scalped. I mean, she's obviously pretty strong when her cousin scalped her. You know, she's walking around pretty strongly, you know, after being scalped, part of her head was missing. And thank God there was a wood chipper there in the garage. Thank God there happened to be a wood chipper and a chainsaw as well. He's got a reference from Bruce Campbell. And of course you steal the line, you know, come and get some. They steal from what Ash said as well. Mommy's not with you anymore. She's with the maggots. Once again, crawling on like Spider-Man. We've seen done a dozen times a lot of demonic possession films where they're climbing on a wall or jumping on a ceiling, you know. Nothing new, nothing special. Oh, that's got good gore. Like I said about the 2013 remake, you know. That has good gore, but that said, you can't win a movie with just good gore, you know, okay? Yeah, the good gore, the best part is with the whole elevator filled with blood. But the thing is, though, you're not The Shining, okay? You're not The Shining. You're not Stanley Kubrick. Lee Cronin, okay? You're trying to rip off The Shining with the blood in the elevator. You're not Stanley Kubrick. Let alone The Shining does not. This film does not touch The Shining with a 10-foot pole. There's another one I want to spit on. I don't want to throw it because I don't make too much noise. I already did a big rant on that one. Check it out once again. Evil Dead Rise. Yeah, no, please. Stay dead, please. Stay dead. But no, this film made the most money of all the series. Put all the money in the series. What reason? I have no idea. And it got the praise, and it got the pass, and yeah, here's my pass. It's in my ass. How about that? Evil Dead Rise. You got the pass from critics, but not the pass from me. The pass is in my ass. How about that? Where was I at? Okay, number 8. Number 8. Another shitty one I rented in October. Which, yes, a lot of people hated. Yes, they have the right. They have the rightfully so. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. What more can I say about Winnie the Pooh, okay? I mean, yeah, the film did actually made money on a very low budget, about 5 million on a very low budget, yeah, so it did make the money, so now it's getting a sequel, and now, because of the success of this film, we're getting a lot of, childhood characters in the public domain. I know about Bambi. I know about Peter Pan. They're gonna make another sequel to this. And yes, I did. Someone made a comment. Someone left me a comment, regarding about this. And yes, I do know about it. I do know about they're gonna do not one but 2 Mickey Mouse horror movies in the public domain. One is called Steamboat Willie, and the other one, I forget what the other one is. Yes. I do know about these public domain iterations of these Disney characters. I do know about the 2 horror Mickey Mouse movies. Yes, I do, okay? But the film is but why? Yes, because the film on a low budget made about 5 million, which is considered a huge success, but why? People hate it. I was thinking, why? I do know about the whole making the other movies are making in public domain, like with Bambi and Peter Pan, and it was also Alice in Wonderland, and then of course I do know about the Mickey Mouse movies. They're gonna make 2 of them. One is Steamboat Willie, and then another one I don't know about, but there's 2 of them. I do know about the whole Mickey Mouse and public domain movies. Yes. I was like, hey, people hate this. If people hated this movie so much, why it grew such a fan base? People from the trailer, and they made it have an expansion in movie theaters. Because people probably just wanted to see it to see how bad it really was. And yes, it is, and they're right. It rightfully deserved this film. It says is bad. Low budget, yes. I mean, ooh, Piglet and Pooh are killers, That's a great twist, Let's make that into a movie. You can go back on my channel. I ranted on that, so, for Halloween month. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, yeah. Shitfest. So anyway, that's number 8. Number 7... the most disappointing movie I've seen in 2023. It's not the worst movie I've seen last year, but it's the most disappointing. The most disappointing. Because it's a great shame because I love the first 3 movies. And that is of John Wick 4. I wanted to love this movie. I really wanted to. I love the first 3 movies. But this now just shows how this has become a video game movie now. John Wick is a superhuman, he's not. I mean, the issue I had with the ending of the 3rd film, how when we got shot off the roof, right? And how many stories he fell and hit all these things and landed on the ground. He should have been dead, right? He should have. Okay, he's not superhuman. He should have been dead right there. That was an issue that was a nitpick I had with the ending of the 3rd film. But things are here, he's more of a superhuman because he can fall off another 3-story building and land on a vehicle and be perfectly fine. Or all the steps he's rolled down, which that's another thing. The whole him fighting on this staircase just dragged on way too long. How many times he fell down, get back up, fall down, get back up the stairs. It just dragged on way too long. And that's another thing. This film is close to 3 hours long. 169 minutes. Why? This film didn't need to be that long at all, either. I mean, the cast, Lawrence Fishburne, he was limited in this movie. He was so limited in this movie. It just kind of defeated the purpose of the ending of the third film where he was talking to John Wick, that they were going to go after the high table, right? They didn't really go after the high table at all. They just took out another member of the high table. They weren't officially the high table. They just took out another guy from who represents the high table. And Bill Skarsgård, I don't like his Penny. I don't like him as Pennywise at all from the new shit movies. All right. He is easily the worst villain in this franchise. The old Russian guy who passed away a few years ago from the first movie, he was a much better villain. Marta Dacascos from the third movie, he was a much better villain because he was a bad guy who was at the same time he was a fan of John Wick. He was so eager to fight him. That was a good fight, wasn't it, John? Yes, it was. So yeah, even Marta Dacascos was a much better villain. And the thing is though, the bitchy woman who was an augurator or there was an augurator for the third film. Nothing came up of her. She never got no comeuppance of her at all. So basically, she just walked away with nothing. No consequences on her at all. So that's one thing that was disappointing. One thing I was really disappointed. I wanted to see her get her comeuppance, but no, never did. She just walked off after that at the ending and never be seen again. So great, so she gets away scot-free and just no consequences for her. Oh gee, that was very disappointing. And I know Lance Reddick, when he died in this, I know that was not the intention because he died shortly a week before the film was released. I know that was not the intention when they killed that character off. It was not the intention at all, but still, you didn't need to kill off Lance Reddick's character of Charon, he was such a likable character, To me, they should not have killed him off. But they said that was nothing. I don't think there was not the intention to kill him off before the guy passed away. Rest in peace, Lance Reddick, Scott Adkins, so disappointing in this movie, Why they had to put him in a fat suit, I have no idea, because it very much limited his performance as a martial artist, That was just beyond disappointing, Oh, he's gonna fight, Scott has to fight Keanu Reeves. But no, he's in a fat suit and just very limited his ability to do his martial arts. So that was another disappointing. And I didn't give a shit about the guy and his dog, okay? I didn't care about him. Clancy Brown was given nothing to do. I like Clancy Brown. He was given nothing to do. Like I said, the film was way too long. The action is now it's just being way too over the top. It's like now become like a video game movie now. I didn't feel like that when the first three movies, especially now the first movie, wasn't like that at all. And Hiroyuki Sadana, I like him, but the whole point with him and his daughter, didn't care about. Donnie Yen as the blind guy. Funny enough, he already played a blind guy in Rogue One, a Star Wars story. He already played a blind character. Like I said, it was just so beyond disappointing. It is the most disappointing movie I've seen in 2013. I gotta review the rest of the sequels though before I get to that though. John Wick Chapter 4, just so big disappointing. Number 6, Indiana Jones 5. Another one I ranted on. I knew this one was gonna be shitty. You know, I already knew because, like I said, what more can Harrison Ford do? Because he's 80 years old now. What more can he do action wise? Especially the woman who's like the daughter of character Toby Jones. You know, she's better than him. Especially when the bad guys first show up, you know, she basically lets him there to die. I'm like, fuck you, bitch, for doing that. And now she's being like so much better than him and all that. I'm like, great. Throw that in there. And woman is smarter, and men are dumb, of course. And the whole thing that they kill off Shia LaBeouf's character of Mutt Williams. Oh, because he went down the war. Well, I knew because I knew he wouldn't say no because Shia LaBeouf is batshit crazy nowadays. Antonio Banderas is absolutely wasted in this. Very much wasted. Mads Mikkelsen I like though, but I mean the one point at the beginning of the movie where he's on top of the train. This big old pipe, you know, hanging pipe comes a huge speed, you know, and he gets to the face. I'm like, okay, there's no way he should have survived that. He should have been dead as well. But no, he gets like maybe a little scar right here, but that's about it. I'm like, that's what it would take for him to get hit by that at the speed of a train. He should have been dead. And also, it was very shitty CGI of in the beginning of the movie making Harrison Ford much younger, which it was so awkward and so weird to watch because his face when he talks, when Harrison Ford talks, he talks like he's old. He is old though, but to match his younger face, this didn't work. And plus, he looks like a Final Fantasy character. How the way they made him look younger, this face, he looks like, and how he's talking, he does look like a Final Fantasy character. This whole thing, the Dial of Destiny, this whole thing, time traveling thing. I mean, yes, this film not realistic either. I mean, the second film you had a guy ripping out people's hearts, and you have the third film, you have a crusader who's like thousands of years old, you know, and of course, number 4, aliens, you know, and to me, number 4, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, I think is very much underrated, and it's still better than number 5. James Mangold, it's not the same without Steven Spielberg directing because it was basically his franchise. He directed the first 4 ones, and now you have James Mangold, which I liked Logan, I like Copland, you know, but I don't like the Wolverine. I don't what else did he do? Yeah, he did Logan though, but I did not like the Wolverine though. It's not Steven Spielberg. That's what I'm trying to say. So I already rented on that one. Indiana Jones 5, Dial of Destiny. God. So that's number 6. Number 5, Skinamarink. One of the most boring horror films I've seen in my lifetime. If you like random shots like a corner or a wall socket or half of a TV screen, you know, I don't know what I say about this movie. Okay, all of it is a bunch of random shots, you know, and it's just like a bunch of random shots. That's what I can say is most of the movie is just a bunch of random shots, you know, like a corner or half the top of a closet, or say half of a TV screen, or a carpet, or rug, or Legos, you know, and this portal opens, and it was sort of with putting me to sleep. Was that boring? Another one you can check out without ranting on. I don't need to go further details of it. So yeah, number 5, Skinamarink. Number 4, Beau is Afraid. You know, once again, freaking A24, once again. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a kind of a horror film, you know, but I put it in there because I put it in for Halloween month because it is kind of like, has that way I want to forget about it. A24, once again, And a 10 when they try to do horror, it's once again they suck. You know, okay, yeah, they all get the praise. To me, they're all when they get the praise, they're overrated and they suck. You know. Speaking of which, in my next video, my top best ones of 2023, guess what? A film that I actually like is actually an A24 movie, and it's not a horror movie. Oh my god! Oh, speaking of which, I forgot to mention another dishonorable mention. I forgot to mention Talk to Me, which I also ranted on last year. That's another one from A24, overrated horror film I think has sucked. Talk to Me. I forgot about that. That's how forgettable it was. You know, I forgot all about it. So so Talk to Me, dishonorable mention. I forgot to mention that. So I don't know when I rant on it, can check out. So when A24, when they don't do horror, I like, you know, I keep saying, because when you watch the next video, one of my favorite films is from that studio, and it's not a horror movie, it's a drama. I'm like, wow, what I've seen this for time and time again, right? But anyway, going back to this, number 4, Beau is Afraid. You know, Joaquin Phoenix, I like. Especially when you have the when you have the freaking director of Hereditary and Midsommar, two of the most overrated horror films I've seen in a long time. Those two movies, Ari Aster. Just stop making more movies, please. Please stop. Don't make any more. Yes, the only thing you're good at doing is making nice looking shots. That's all you're ever good for. You're not good as a director, and you're not good as a writer either. You're overrated as hell. You know, so are your movies. And this one bombed, which I'm glad it did. I like Joaquin Phoenix. I liked Joker a lot. Now, granted, do I need a sequel to Joker? No, but Joaquin Phoenix did a phenomenal job in that role. Here, in this, I mean, he's doing the best he can. I like Joaquin Phoenix, but he's doing the best he can. But at the same time, I could barely give him a pass because, you know, it's just a guy who's afraid of everything, you know. And Nathan Lane, he's wasted in this as well. I like Nathan Lane. Another one I ranted he can check out too. But so that's why I'm trying to make this long. Not long. Well, things I'm almost getting close to an hour, so great. But I gotta get through this right now. Number 4, I already made. At least I did rants on it, so I don't need to go details on it. So number 4, Beau is Afraid. Number 3, Expendables 4. Another one that is which after this film bombed, I'm glad this franchise is gonna be dead. Okay. Because this film bombed, which for some reason this film cost $100 million, which I don't see that on the screen. It looks even cheaper than the previous ones. And this is a film that's nominated for 7 Razzies. It's the most nominated for Razzies for this year. 7 Razzies. One of them including Worst Supporting Actress, Megan Fox. Oh gee. I also surprised this before too. Any movie that Megan Fox stars in sucks. And I don't buy her as a action star either. You know, like she was trying to be in that Killer Lion movie called what was it called? Beast? I think it was called that. I don't buy her as a rough, tough soldier woman. You know, 50 Cent I didn't like either. That didn't help either. I mean, these are very shitty newcomers. Andy Garcia, that would be a weird choice for him to be in here. I mean, I like Andy Garcia, but weird choice for him to be in this. And then Iquis, the guy from the Raid Redemption. He also played Sub-Zero from the new Mortal Kombat movie. He was a villain in this. I'd rather watch him in the Raid Redemption. I really do. You know, Stallone, he's not the lead in this. It's Jason Statham. He's only at the beginning and the end. Oh, you think he died, but no, he didn't. But the action scenes, this is so... The action is even much more so boring than all the previous ones. Dolph Lundgren is given nothing to do. I wish they could just kill off Randy Couture. He's one of the Expendables team members I don't like. I wish they would have just killed off Randy Couture. I I don't like the Expendable sequels at all. The first one is the only one I could watch. When the other ones happened, they were just became too jokey, and especially number 2 it did. Number 4 was not. I did not like either. But I mean, number 2 and number 3, Van Damme and Mel Gibson, they were good villains though. But they wish they would just been better movies as villains. Like I said, I don't know how this film cost $100 million. It just looks so much more cheaper than the last ones. And I'm glad this film bombed because now we don't have to get no more of these series now. So, but yeah, Expendables 3. I'll explain more. Like I said, I gotta do that one too. But that's number 3. Number 2, The Flash. I thought this was going to be number 1, though, but there's one film that made me more mad, though. But The Flash, I did a mega rant on that one. I already explained how I feel about Ezra Miller. He's garbage as a human being. He's a zero as a human being. Michael Keaton's Batman. You know, you think you try being nostalgic, bringing Michael Keaton's Batman back, but guess what? This film bombed as well. The biggest DC film that bombed. One was expensive, but it bombed too. So I guess bringing Michael Keaton back was not enough, you know. And I mean, the last thing we see of him as Batman is dying in the Flash's arms. Yeah, you can say that everything when he reset everything, he's back in his own reality. But the thing is though, last thing we see him on screen is him dying in Ezra Miller's arms. I'm like, what a complete disservice to Tim Burton's Batman. And to Michael Keaton as well. And the usage of so much bad CGI in this. So much bad CGI in this. Especially when you see the character, when the universes collide. Bad CGI of Christopher Reeve's Superman and of Helen Slater's Supergirl. Oh, and, Nicolas Cage is Superman as well. Which, did they film that part without his consent? I don't know. It's so much bad CGI. And the whole baby in the microwave when all the babies are falling out of the building and he puts a baby in a freaking microwave. That's what we've gone to now. When you see superhero films, you think of putting a baby in a freaking microwave. And just so much. I mean, the girl who plays Supergirl. She was fine. She wasn't that bad acting wise, but I don't know if that was okay. Because all she did is get killed by Zod, Michael Shannon again, over and over. But well, I guess, when Barry Allen resets everything, so do wish she just go back to the facility where she was still being a prisoner? I have no idea. I mean, it's the same plot hole of what happened to the villains in Spider-Man No Way Home. What happened to Doc Ock, or Jamie Foxx, or Willem Dafoe? You know, will they go back to being their same faces when they left, you know? Who knows? We don't really know. Same thing with this. And especially now dealing with that one Ezra Miller to deal with. You have 2 of them, which that's even more of a headache. And, when your mom's dying, when you were a kid, when you hear your mom screaming bloody murder, what do? You just casually, nonchalantly walk down the stairs and you see your mom like there? No, you just go run. If you hear your mom screaming, you're running down there at the speed of light to figure out what was happening. Not just walk just casually, nonchalantly, just walk down the stairs and look, oh my god. And this film also has a fetish with spaghetti as well. And then you get George Clooney's cameo at the end because, they thought he was supposed to set everything back straight, but no, apparently not. Because he also manipulated part of a can of tomatoes for his father to get to, so apparently he didn't learn his lesson at all, and now because of that, Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne is out of existence now, and now you have George Clooney's version now. So apparently the guy didn't learn his lesson, so now he just inadvertently just erased one Bruce Wayne and replaced for another version. I hate Ezra Miller. I just don't like him. Oh, everybody hates him. What am I saying? Everybody hates Ezra Miller. He's a piece of shit of a human being. He should not have been not have made this one. Not be cast as Flash after the Justice League movie. Fudge. I just want to. I hate the Flash. I really do. Especially for this. Also for the director who did the shit movies. You know, Stephen King's shit movies. And the film bombed. It is a huge time, and it deserves to bomb. So number 2, finally, number 1. Number 1, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem. You know, as a fan, I grew up with the Turtles. You know, from the I love the 1990 movie, and I enjoyed the 1991 sequel, Secret of the Ooze. You know, I enjoy I like the 80s cartoon, but I really love the 2003 cartoon. I hate the Michael Bay produced movies from Nickelodeon. Well, this is Nickelodeon too, but from the 2014, 2016 movies. And now this movie. I'm surprised I didn't rant on this one earlier this year. I mean, what I say, like, just the animation, they're trying to do their interpretation of the whole Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. That's what they're trying to do. You know, they're trying to do the same animation as those movies. And the Turtles, why do they keep on shrinking from being more adults to teens? Now they're pre-teens now. They're just, especially when you hear Donatello talking and he screams like a girl when he gets hit by one of those ninja stars. I'm like, God damn, man. And we get to see April O'Neil because she's afraid of being on TV, and at her school when she was being filmed and was broadcasting, she pukes all over the place. We see her literally puke all over the place. Great. I want to see that from April O'Neil. I hated this movie so much. I really do. You know, just don't make just don't make any more Ninja Turtles movies. You know, you're never gonna be. Stupid. Make me sleepy here. I hate when I talk so much bullshit about this. I mean, they sound, the voice cast who voice the Turtles, they sound like little kids. Yeah, because why do they keep on shrinking more into little kids? They don't look like teenage mutants, they're pre-teens. Oh, Jackie Chan's voice in Splinter, big freaking deal. Whoop-de-frickin' do. All the other cast members suck. What's another voice actor, one of the villains, is freaking John Cena. I swear, if I remember if John Cena was one of the voice actors in this movie, I was gonna lose it because freaking John Cena's freaking everywhere. Sick and tired of his ass. I hate this movie so much, you know. You know, it is that it was a mistake that Nickelodeon bought this franchise, you know. I wasn't particularly a fan of the 2007 animated movie anyway, but even though I'm not a fan of the 2007 animated film, that film was much better than this movie. Kid you not. Freaking seeing April O'Neil vomit all over the place. I needed to see that. Yeah, that's for a Ninja Turtles movie. April O'Neil vomiting all over the place. I mean, I read this film. I didn't have to do a review of this film, but I'll have to do it sometime later on. So I won't give much details again. But this is why it's number one, because this one pissed me off more. This one pissed me off even more because as a fan of the Ninja Turtles, you know. Oh my god. I know. I said I want to make this over an hour, but now it is. I didn't want to, but I'm sorry for making this long. But I had more because this was a shitty year. I had more movies I hated than more than any other year. So yeah. So I hope you enjoy this long ass list. 13 to be exact. Of course, including the other dishonorable mentions as well. So I hope you finally are glad you got your videos that you wanted, right? I said I was gonna do it, but like I said, I had a lot going on right now, so you guys had to be patient. But now I finally got them, and now there you have it. I hated all these movies. And then wherever in my next video, wherever I got my top best list, it's easily better than any of these movies. Easily. So, but anyway, that's just me though. Like I said, if you like any of these movies, that's opinion based, so it's all subjective. But my top 13, I hated these films. These are easily the worst ones I've seen in 2023. And especially 2023 was such a shitty year, let alone one of the worst years I've seen. I had more movies I hated than more movies I liked. But I hope you'll enjoy my top best worst. Well, I did the worst, but now my top 10 best movies of 2023. But those are opinion based too as well. So fuck 2023. Fuck all these movies except for the movies I liked that came out last year. So thanks for watching and stay tuned. I hope you finally enjoyed this video. And we'll see you next time. Fuck all these movies. Just go die in a ditch later.